Arroyo, with several hundred fans bussing all the way from his hometown of Youngstown, Ohio, making his second title defense. They will be gloved in the ring, which gives us an opportunity to tell you a little bit more about both of these outstanding young men. It's been a long journey from a tiny country in South America to a world championship bout for Terrence Alli. Born on a rice farm, Alli learned to fight on the streets of Georgetown, Guyana, and has had to scrap for everything he's earned since.
I came from a pretty big family, 14 brothers and sisters, and I was to skip so much meals to get where I am today, and I don't want to skip a meal again, so I'm very hungry and I'm going for it.
Alli moved from Guyana to Trinidad to Toronto and finally to America to advance his pro career. And when he hooked up with manager Jimmy Glenn in New York, he made an impact on the lightweight ranks with a victory over highly rated Melvin Paul, and then scored a knockout victory over John Senegal before stopping slippery Frankie Newton. Alli finds himself on the threshold of a world title, and he knows he can be a hero back home in Guyana with a victory today.
I was the first amateur to win 3 titles in 1 year in Guyana, and I'll be the first to win the world championship, and that will be very great because in a couple of years to come, they'll be having quiz in school asking who was the first champion from Guyana. And hey, Terrence Alli, wow, I'm getting it, man.
Champion Harry Arroyo has known hard times too. He's from Youngstown, Ohio, and like Alli, comes from the work ethic of a large family.
When it was time to eat, there was 14 of us at the table, and it was first come, first serve. So we all had to fight at the dinner table to see who got the best part of the meal.
That spirit of competition in his own family has helped the soft-spoken Arroyo to build his confidence in pro boxing. The unbeaten Arroyo burst into national prominence with a victory over popular Robin Blake last year, and then won the new International Boxing Federation title with a knockout victory over Charlie Choo-Choo Brown. Arroyo scored another knockout in his first defense against Charlie White Lightning Brown, and he knows he's in tough against the fast-rising Terrence Alli.
He's a very good boxer and a good puncher. I've seen him being aggressive, and I've seen him move around the ring. So we've been working on every one of those aspects, and whichever one he does, I think we will be ready for him.
Two very appealing young men, and they have created quite a stir here in Atlantic City all this week. Indeed, national press is attending this bout because it's considered one of the fine matchups of the early boxing season in 1985. With us as usual at ringside, our Gil Clancy. And Gil, we know these two young men are in outstanding physical condition, and I wonder if the aggressive, quick starting style of Alli is what we will see against the patient champion Arroyo.
Tim, this is one of the toughest matches I've ever had to try to figure out. Tougher than the Dolphins and the 49ers. Harry Arroyo is like the 49ers. Good defense, picks you apart, likes to come on late. Terrence Alli, all offense, can hit you from anywhere and can also hurt you with the big bomb. It's tough.
Well, who do you think has got the edge here? We've got the experience of the champion making a second title defense. We've got a very ambitious challenger.
Well, Tim, I like an active fighter. Terrence Alli has had 6 tough fights in 1984. Harry Arroyo hasn't fought since last September 1st. I have to go along with the active fighter.
It should be a most exciting lightweight bout to start our 1985 season on CBS Sports Saturday. We'll be back with round 1 live from Atlantic City in a moment.
This is CBS. WCCO Television, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Bout is for 15 rounds for the lightweight championship of the world, sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation. The referee for this bout is Tony Perez. And now introducing first into the blue corner, with a record of 24-3-1, 10 by knockout victory. He weighs 134 pounds, from Georgetown, Guyana, the challenger, Terrence Alli. And in the red corner, He is undefeated in 25 victories, 19 by knockout, at 134 pounds from Youngstown, Ohio. He's the IBF lightweight champion of the world, Arroyo.
Well, you can see that there are fans here from Youngstown. Tony Perez, the referee, will give the final instructions. Very relaxed-looking champion, a very relaxed-looking challenger. Arroyo will wear the gold trunks, the challenger in white. Scoring on the 10-point must system as we look at the tail of the tape, each coming in right at the limit of 134. 3 judges at ringside will handle the scoring. Carol Castellano from New York City, Frank Brunette from Rahway, New Jersey, Don Woodland from Columbus, Ohio. Perez, the referee, will not figure in the scoring. And Ali, as he usually does, came charging out of his corner. We nearly had a clash of heads right at the start because Arroyo was waiting for that. It was a race to the center of the ring. No damage done, fortunately. That could have been a horrible happenstance for one fighter or the other had they landed with their heads, opening a cut in the first move of the fight. The champion digs a solid left to the body of Ali. Highly anticipated bout in boxing circles. 2 of the outstanding lightweights in the world.
Tim, Arroyo usually starts out very slowly, but he's bombing away early.
Slight change in his usual strategy, although in the last couple of fights he has started a little more quickly than normal, but he is still a very patient kind of a fighter. An excellent counterpuncher.
Ali figured to put pressure on Tim. He's walking in, but he's not moving his hands.
Minute gone by, and round number 1 scheduled for 15. That's the title distance in the International Boxing Federation. Right hand lead by Arroyo just grazed ahead of the ducking Ali. Two young men from large families, both indicating that they learned to compete right at home. No doubt has helped their ambitions in boxing. Solid left to the body by Ali.
Tim, Arroyo was pawing with that left hand, and he's dropping his right hand. He could get nailed with a left hook.
10 knockouts and 24 victories for Terrence Ali, 19 KOs in 25 victories, no defeats for the champion Arroyo. Champion's last outing, September. An 8th round knockout over Charlie White Lightning Brown, defending his title. Under a minute to go here in round 1. Jimmy won his last bout against Victor Babylonia in October, 12-round decision.
Jimmy Glenn said that Ali was going to go out and work the body. Right now, he's not working much at all, and Arroyo was banging away to the body. A lot of good body shots in this round by Arroyo.
Ali pressing the attack. Under the 32nd mark we go. Very busy first round. Round 1 of a scheduled 15-rounder for the IBF lightweight title. The champion in gold, Arroyo, the challenger in white, Terrence Ali. Number 2. Action-packed first round, as we expected. Scheduled for 15, the challenger, Terrence Ali from Georgetown, Guyana in white. The champion, Arroyo from Youngstown, Ohio in gold. Still somewhat struggling to get out from under the shadow of his famous Youngstown boxing mate over there, Ray Boom Boom Mancini, former WBA lightweight champion of the world. And people, of course, trying to stir up a match between the two. Who knows? May happen at some point. Right now, he has Terrence Ali to worry about, defending his IBF crown.
Tim, in talking to Donald Hayes, the trainer of Terrence Ali, and to John Russell, the trainer of Arroyo, they really scouted the opponent very thoroughly, both of them. They've used tapes, and they really studied the tapes, and they both told me that their fighter was ready for anything the other guy was going to do.
Very impressive physical conditioning exercises by Terrence Ali, watching him in the gym the other day, something he's been doing since his amateur days in Guyana. And Harry Arroyo recently going to a low-fat, high-carbohydrate diet and choosing to end his workouts several days before the fight, come in very light at about 132 and then let the weight come back on naturally to the limit. So a couple of different contrasts in the training methods. Oh, a solid right hand by Ali. And that knocked down Arroyo, who grabbed the rope and kept himself up. But they are giving the countdown. He didn't actually hit the canvas, Gil, but he saved himself from going down.
Tim, I don't think it was a knockdown at all. I think his feet got trapped on the canvas, and he just tripped a little bit. I don't think he was knocked down. I don't think he was hurt.
Well, it was a solid right hand that landed, though, Gil, and whether it doesn't look that he was hurt at all, but it was scored as a knockdown. There's a left by the challenger, Ali, and Arroyo smartly ties him up.
But you know what that does? That raises the adrenaline of Ali, makes him come on, gives him confidence, Tim. Could be important.
Terrence, Ali, and White trying to press the advantage here under a minute remaining in round number 2. A solid left landed by Ali.
That's the punch that Arroyo has to worry about, that left hook.
He's got the champion backing up. Another left hand and a right hand by Ali. Ali sensing the champion in some difficulty.
He's hurt now, Tim. He's hurt now.
Another left hand by Ali.
Ali's a great finisher, I'll tell you that.
The champion in trouble on the ropes in the second round, scheduled for 15. Now Arroyo regrouping here. Under the 30-second mark we go. Arroyo seems to have himself back together. He's out in the center of the ring. Ali looking for an opening, but Arroyo punching back down to the body.
Good right hand by Arroyo.
Right hand right down the pipe from the champion. Final seconds of round 2, an action-packed round again. That's the end of round number 2, and Harry Arroyo finding himself in some difficulty in this second round in defense of his IBF crown. Ali had him in trouble along the ropes, but the savvy of the champion pulling himself together.
You know, Tim, it's a funny thing how that right hand psychologically helped Ali. Up until the time he landed that right hand, which we're going to see right now. And there it is, a good right hand on the chin, moved him back. Never touched the canvas, though, Tim.
Now, this is later in the round when Ali had Arroyo backing up, landed a left hook and drove him into the ropes. A solid right hand there. And Arroyo managed to escape from this flurry and finish the round in seemingly good condition. But he knows he's in a war here with Terrence Ali.
But Tim, as I was saying, until Ali landed that right hand, it looked like he was sleepwalking. He was walking in, he wasn't throwing any punches. It really raised his adrenaline and his confidence.
Well, you can see how superbly conditioned these two young athletes are, as Arroyo, despite that punishment in round number 2, looks fresh and ready to go again. Ali, of course, comes out quickly. He knows he had the champion in trouble. Big left hook by the champion. Ali managed to block part of it, getting up the right hand.
Tim, when Arroyo landed that left hook, Ali stuck his tongue out at him. That's not advisable at all for a few reasons.
Well, one is you could wind up biting it off. Ali after him. The left to the body and the left to the head that didn't have much on it when it arrived. Now Arroyo in his counter-punching style.
Beautiful combination by Arroyo. Right hand to the head, left hook back to the body. Harry's punching more to the body in this fight, Tim, than I've ever seen him.
Big left hand by Ali. Moved the champion again. Both fighters with excellent concentration. We are live from Bally's Park Place Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This is round number 3.
The one thing that I can see that Arroyo is doing wrong, Tim, is he's not making the jab count. He's just jabbing because he thinks he's supposed to, but he's not trying to hit anything with it.
Ali still comes forward, and Arroyo scored a left right down the pipe. Two thoroughly delightful young men. It's one of those fights you hate to see a loser in. They're both extremely likable and personable. Arroyo in his quiet way, and the ebullient, effervescent young man from Guyana, Terrence Ali. And Ali, again with Arroyo on the ropes, trying to make some hay in there, and he does with a combination of the body up to the head, a good straight right hand.
Arroyo's making a mistake. He's trying to pull away from punches. You can't stand up straight when you're inside, Tim. That's why you get your head knocked off. Standing too straight, Ali will come back up with a hook.
Arroyo tried a big right hand, and Ali ducked under it. Under a minute to go, round 3. Everything as advertised so far. Under 30 seconds to go in the third round. Alli stalking his man, keeps coming forward. Arroyo counter-punching, 2 good combinations, and a solid right hand inside by the champion. Alli stays right there, takes another shot to the face from the champion. Now he lands a left. Final seconds of round 3 with Alli again pressing the advantage here.
Then they both landed solid shots.
The champion.
Round number 4, and again a furious start by both boxers. Arroyo determined to not let Alli get to the center of the ring before he does. We've had a race to the middle.
And that was really something. Harry Arroyo became Terrence Alli.
Alli backing up Arroyo. Arroyo, the 27-year-old IBF champion from Youngstown, Ohio. One of 16 kids. Son of a carpenter.
Harry better do something to stop that forward rush of Alli. Alli's starting to get into gear. He's going to have to start snapping that jab.
Well, we just saw 2 double jabs and another there by the champion. Arroyo, a new father. Had a baby daughter, Haley Joan, 6 weeks old. His wife Elise back home looking in, perhaps with a little bit of concern because her husband is in against a very tough challenger here in Terrence Alli. Gone by at round number 4. Alli still comes forward. Good counter punching by the champion in that exchange.
And Tim, Arroyo is landing some good body shots. If this fight goes long, that could help Arroyo. See, but he paused with that jab.
We are live from Atlantic City, New Jersey with this International Boxing Federation Lightweight Championship. There's a right hand lead landed by Alli, the challenger.
Good right hand by Arroyo, Tim.
The left hand by the challenger, Alli. That backs up Arroyo. Relentless attack by Alli. Left hand blocked by the champion. Digs underneath, but with no sting. Under a minute to go. Round number 4.
Alli is expending a lot of energy. He had better be in good condition, which we know he is.
Right hand from the champion grazed the chin of Alli. Alli just standing flat-footed there, trying to find open spaces.
Then this is a good fight between 2 good fighters. They're both trying to set each other up. Arroyo's trying to counter punch, and Alli's trying to fake him into an opening.
Little blood from the mouth of the champion, perhaps a slight cut on the lip. Right hand scored by Alli. And a left. Solid left landed by the challenger. Final seconds of round number 4. Good right hand by Alli. Round number 5, you see a little nick under the lip of the champion, Arroyo, and that's where that blood was coming from. It's certainly nothing to be concerned about at this point. It would have to open up real wide in that position to be a problem. Alli in white, the champion in gold. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy live from Atlantic City, and we have had 4 furious rounds, and so far we've given the edge to the challenger. Now, even though Arroyo started quickly in this bout, this is more his pattern. He kind of eases himself into the fights, backs up, counter punches, and is usually stronger at the finish. Will he be against this finely tuned machine, Terrence Alli? Good body shots by the champion there.
Alli is telling him to go ahead, hit me there. What do you think of that?
Alli again just flat-footed.
That's where Arroyo was making a mistake, Tim. You can't fight with your back to the ropes and stand straight up.
Uppercut scored by Ali. Some of the interested spectators here, former junior lightweight champion Hector Camacho, now in the lightweight ranks. You saw him between rounds leading cheers for Harry Arroyo. Perhaps he wants to meet Arroyo while he's still champion of the IBF. Hector Camacho will be on CBS Sports Saturday next week against Louis Burke. Long-awaited return to the ring after a considerable layoff by Hector Camacho. Good solid jab by the challenger, Ali.
Harry doesn't step in with his jab, Tim. His jab is not stiff at all. You have to step with that jab. When you teach a fighter, you tell him to make it go in one side and come out the back of his head.
Under a minute to go, round number 5, a 15-round scheduled bout. Arroyo bangs to the body with a right hand.
But then he makes the mistake of staying in that corner, Tim.
Ali certainly willing to trade in these stationary situations. He gets off more punches. Two good soft lefts to the body by Arroyo. Right hand lead by Ali landed.
Arroyo is landing the cleaner punches, but Ali is throwing punches in bunches, so it depends on what you like when you score this fight.
Ali electing to stay up, working at the head in these situations primarily. Final seconds of round number 5. Hector Camacho in a wild-looking outfit. His new manager, Jimmy Montoya from Los Angeles. And leading cheers for the champion, Harry Arroyo. He's made his pick today. The champion in gold, the challenger, Terrence Ali in white. The IBF lightweight crown at stake. Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy, bringing it to you live from Bally's Park Place Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Sellout crowd for this highly and widely anticipated matchup, and so far it's lived up to expectations. On our scorecard, we have the challenger ahead, but in a Harry Arroyo fight, that's not unusual in the early going. Now, the champion, good combinations to the body.
Yeah, but Tim, now he'll walk over and he'll lay on the ropes and he'll let Ali to even it up, and there he goes. He has to stay off the ropes. Can't let Ali steal the fight from him.
Ali keeps coming forward as he has from the opening bell. Landed a right hand. Terrence Ali, born Terrence Alli, H-A-L-L-E-Y, just outside of Georgetown, Guyana, on a rice farm. One of his trainers in his amateur days put his name in for a fight on the official entry form, spelled A-L-L-I. Apparently he was a Muhammad Ali fan, and it stuck. Terrence Ali decided to go with it.
Looks to me as if Ali's trying to load up to throw a big right hand. Anytime now.
Ali has become a more proficient knockout artist since working under the tutelage of Jimmy Glenn and Donald Hayes in the New York area. He has 10 KOs in his 24 victories, but most of those have come in the last year and a half.
There goes Ali sticking his tongue out again, Tim.
Well, Arroyo managed to land 2 good combinations right to the face of Ali. Provoked that response. Under a minute to go. Round number 6.
Well, this is a good round for Arroyo. He stayed off the ropes so far. Beautiful move by Arroyo. Stepped off to his right. That's a classic move.
Scoring to the body much better in this round. The champion, Harry Arroyo. Ali backs him up momentarily with a jab.
Well, Arroyo should be able to out-jab Ali, but again, he doesn't step with it.
Good right hand by the champion, Arroyo. Good Good combination by Ali.
You know what I know?
Round number 7, live from Atlantic City. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching the champion, Harry Arroyo. And we scored the last round for him, round number 6. He is in gold. The challenger, Terrence Ali, in white. For the first time in the bout, the mouth opened a little bit on the part of the challenger. We know he's superbly conditioned, but he has been establishing a very rugged pace here.
And also, for the first time in the bout, Ali is backing up, Tim. He's not putting the pressure on Arroyo. They've changed his style in the corner.
Well, Arroyo's long suit is to get stronger as the bout goes on. Let's see if he is about to turn the tide somewhat, the tide that we see in the favor of Ali. Oh, left hand by Ali, a sucker punch. That brings Arroyo back, banging to the body.
Can't figure out why they changed Ali's style. He's the stronger of the two, and they've got him trying to outbox Arroyo.
Donald Hayes, the trainer, Jimmy Glenn, the manager, done quite a job with Terrence Ali getting him to this spot. He's ranked 3rd by the WBA, number 7 in the world by the WBC. Now Arroyo having to do the chasing here as Ali has gone to movement. Now Arroyo lands a good combination and a hard left to the body.
Ali really was using the wrong tactics at the start of that round, Tim. He's starting to come forward again now, though.
Landed a right hand in the last exchange. Arroyo stays right there with him.
Beautiful short punches by Arroyo.
Right hand lead by Arroyo landed, but Ali just kept coming right back. Under a minute to go, round 7.
If I was in Arroyo's corner, I'd say, anytime your back is on the ropes, Harry, grab him and turn him around. It's the only time he gets in trouble.
Tony Perez, the referee, hasn't had to be too busy so far. Into round 7, there's Arroyo with a good combination.
Beautiful straight right hand. Throws that right hand like a dart, right down the alley.
Coming to the end of round number 7, a furious pace in this scheduled 15-round lightweight championship bout. Round number 8, Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching the champion Arroyo throw the first blow of this 8th round. Tremendous pace established by both boxers, particularly Ali in the early going. And a change in strategy either by the fighter or his corner in the 7th round, which we have scored for Arroyo. Well, the judges saw it, we'll find out later.
I like the way Harry throws that right hand and then digs the left hook underneath to the body. Beautiful combination. Tim, I don't know who's going to win this bout, but I have a feeling that the winner of this bout is going to go on to be a real big star in 1985. Two good lightweights.
Good solid left landed by Ali after the combination by Arroyo.
There he is on the ropes again, Tim. You see, even if Ali isn't scoring, it looks good to the judges. Looks good when you have the other guy on the ropes.
Tried to spin his way off, managed to get loose.
Watch Arroyo when he jabs, Tim. When he jabs, he's dragging his left foot back, and therefore it has no power. The guy can run in right behind that jab and nail him with a right hand over.
Right hand counter scored by Arroyo. Terrence Ali, unbeaten as an amateur, national champion of Guyana. Harry Arroyo went to the quarterfinals of the 1980 Olympic trials. He had an outstanding amateur career, 120 wins, 15 defeats. Body shots by Terrence Ali. Arroyo electing to stand on those ropes again. He's paid each time he's been there. 1 minute to go. Round 8 scheduled for 15.
Very cool fighter, Harry Arroyo. Doesn't get rattled. And Alli's got the kind of style that can rattle anybody.
Hard-working fighters, both of whom have had to work to earn a living in one form or another since their childhood. Arroyo working after school, attending high school in Youngstown, and Terrence Alli working as a mason in his home country of Guyana.
Beautiful combinations by Arroyo, Tim. They were all bombs, body and head.
Right hand by Alli, landing after the Arroyo bombardment. Final seconds of round number 8. Grueling round and a grueling fight.
And it's it with an extra relief mask.
We are back live in Atlantic City, more than halfway through the fight into round number 9. The champion, Harry Arroyo, has been coming back, as we see it, in the last 2 or 3 rounds. Terrence Alli, the challenger in white.
Well, Jimmy Glenn also, he sees it the same way, Tim. He just told Terrence Alli, you're going to have to throw more than 1 punch at a time. And he said, you're going to have to get off first behind that jab. He said, you're throwing 1 punch and stopping.
Alli comes out busily here to start round number 9. Next week we'll be back live in Atlantic City. 10-round lightweight bout, the return of Hector Camacho against an exciting Louis Burke from Las Cruces, New Mexico. CBS Sports Saturday boxing action continues.
All right. Tim, I really appreciate some of the things that Harry Arroyo is doing in there. He's a cool customer. He looks like he's had 100 fights, Tim. Very, very relaxed guy.
25-0 as a professional. Alli, 24-3-1. Losses coming early in his career before he came to the U.S. Pounding away on the inside. Been busier this round, following his corner's instructions.
Well, Harry's allowing him to be busy by staying on those ropes.
Good right and the left by Arroyo, counterpunching from that flat-footed position on the ropes.
See, out in the center of the ring, he can make Alli reach the way he did then and nail him. But when he's against the ropes, Alli leans on him and punches. Arroyo should definitely try to stay off those ropes and stay in the center of the ring.
Left hand by the challenger landed.
Well, I know. All right, Arroyo looks like he's getting a little tired. Punches are coming a little slower.
Right hand lead fell a little short. Arroyo picked off the left behind him. Uppercut scored by Alli. Short right scored by the challenger. 30 seconds remaining in round 9. It would appear that Alli has kind of turned the tide back here, at least in terms of the pace of the fight, being the aggressor that he was early in the bout.
Good move again by Arroyo. Tim, those smarts keep him in the fight all the time. But he is getting a little tired, starting to wear down.
Final seconds of the 9th round, and it would be very close on our scorecards right now. Could be quite a finish. Gil Clancy, and again the rush to get to the center of the ring, and a collision between the two. Surprising, nobody's been cut in those headlong rushes like a couple of billy goats. Alli succeeds in backing up the champion. Round number 10 scheduled for 15.
Good left hook by Arroyo, Tim. Well-schooled fighter, came back with the hook after the right hand.
2 good lefts by the champion, and then a left back from Alli. He joined us along the way. Arroyo getting off to a good start in round 1. Alli, as we saw, taking the next 3 or 4 rounds. Arroyo coming back since then until round number 9. So it's a close fight to this point.
Tim, this is fight may get down to conditioning. They're both tired. One of these 2 guys is going to get his second win.
Right hand landed the chin of the champion.
Well, there's that second win we were talking about, Tim. Looks like he got it. Looks like a tired fighter going back at the end of the last round. Look at him now.
Two highly motivated youngsters. Ali with two young boys back in Guyana. He wants to bring here to the U.S.
Tim, he hurt Harry with a good right hand left hook combination, and Harry still stays on those ropes.
Harry Arroyo in his second title defense. A new baby daughter at home.
Hold it back.
It's been a battle all the way. Tremendous pace.
You know, Tim, you get more tired throwing punches than you do catching them, so they're taking turns. Alli will rally for a while, then he'll get tired of punching, then it becomes Arroyo's turn.
Referee Tony Perez. Right hand by the champion Arroyo.
Tim, that came from left field.
Tony Perez has had a pleasure working this bout, I'm sure. It's been a terrific fight, not a lot of clinching for sure.
You know, Tim, I didn't know there was a referee in there until you mentioned it.
Well, that's because he's a real pro. He's one of the best.
That's right, Tim.
And these two guys are two professional fighters showing what this sport's all about. Under 30 seconds to go in the 10th round. Heading to the end of round number 10. Another tough physical round. Round number 11. Terrence Alli in white, the champion Harry Arroyo in gold, and it has been a dandy.
Tim, referee Tony Perez took a point away from Terrence Alli for hitting after the bell. That could be an important point in a fight like this. Tim, we're into round 11. This is what I call a championship distance. Now, all those years I managed Emil Griffith, a lot of fights would be like this after 10. But once the bell rang from the 11th round on, Griffith owned those last 5 rounds. That's what I call a championship distance. Got to be able to go those 15.
Arroyo has been 14, winning the crown from Charlie Choo-Choo Brown. That's the most he's been and the only time he's been that far. Ali's been 12 a couple of times, and that's the farthest he's been. We're into round 11. It's all over. He was out on his feet practically.
He's not over. They're going to count. They're going to count.
Ali is up, beating the count. Looked to me like Tony Perez was going to stop it. Two big shots by the champion. Ali says he's all right, but he can hardly get his hands out. Tony Perez is going to stop it. That's it. Coming on in the middle round, sagging a bit as we saw to 9 and 10. Two big shots in the 11th round, catching challenger Terrence Alli. And he was just practically helpless in the corner. Gamely tried to continue, but had nothing left. Tony Perez stopped it after a couple of more blows. And Harry Arroyo with his 20th knockout in 26 victories. A huge right hand.
Tim, Harry Arroyo started that right hand low, brought it up, and nailed him right on the button. Ali is helpless here now, Tim. Good thing he missed that punch. Just pushed him down.
Only the second time in his career Ali has been stopped. The last time back in November of 1981. Earlier in his career, huge right hand.
Tim, that was a right hand from left field. Arroyo bent his knees, brought it up on the floor.
Then he got two freebies, and I really thought that Perez would stop it right here. But Ali got to his feet, tried to continue, but had nothing left. Practically out on his feet.
Well, I tell you, Arroyo showed me something in this fight, Tim. I don't know any lightweight in the world that can beat this guy. He's terrific.
Well, now there's a statement from Gil Clancy with two other world champions who consider themselves the champions of the world, of course. And that's Livingston Bramble and Rodriguez. So we'll be back, Ramirez rather, we'll be back here to talk to the champion, Harry Arroyo. Right now, let's go to Pat O'Brien in New York.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, Pat, we're here with the IBF world champion, Harry Arroyo from Youngstown, Ohio, and we had that a very close fight into that 11th round with you winning the first round, then Terrence kind of taking it away, you coming back, him kind of taking away, an ebb and flow that was intriguing. The question was who was stronger going into what Gil calls the championship distance. You must have been.
Well, first of all, I want to say a belated Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you. Thank you and CBS for televising this. I want to say a special thanks to Jim Willish, Newport Barbells, for helping me train for my strength, especially to my wife and my kids, Harry Jr., Haley Joan, and Spike. I love you. and my mother and father.
Harry, you seem even hardly excited. You got all those credits in. You just scored one of the most exciting knockouts in some time.
I tell you, I knew what Terrence was like, and I knew I had to be in the best shape of my life. So I trained extra hard for this, and Alli's going to make it someday. I tell you, he's one of the best lightweights there is.
Let's go back and take a look at that knockout. You'll see it in the monitor here. It looked like you just teed off on a big right hand, and you had it right on target.
Yes, I was throwing the right hand to the body a lot, hoping he'd drop it eventually, and that's what I was hoping for. And I went down like I was going to the body, and I came up to the head, and I caught him, and then I was able to try to finish him off.
Well, Harry, if there were any doubts about whether the IBF champion is as good as the other world champions, I think they were erased today. How do you consider yourself in this world picture with the other two champs, Jose Luis Ramirez and Livingston Bramble?
I put myself right up with them. I think they're both fantastic champions, and I think we're all basically even.
All right, well, let's hope we get a chance to see you face off against each other. Congratulations. Harry Arroyo today, Hector Camacho and Louis Burke. Hello again, everyone. Tim Ryan back here at ringside as we wait this highly anticipated return to the ring of Hector Camacho. Louis Burke, his opponent from Las Cruces, New Mexico, is more eager than anybody to get in there. He had a match scheduled against Hector Camacho last July, and Camacho pulled out of that fight when he ran into managerial problems. The replacement was Charlie White Lightning Brown, and Louis Burke, who was unbeaten at the time, lost a very controversial decision. Most ringsiders thought he won the fight, but the decision went to Charlie White Lightning Brown. But now Louis Burke has Angelo Dundee in his corner for this one.
Train real hard with Angelo Dundee, which it's great to work with the man. He's gave me a lot of confidence, and he's shown me a lot of things. He's ironed out a lot of wrinkles that I had before, and it's just a real pleasure for me to work with somebody like Angelo.
For 22-year-old Hector Camacho, it's an almost bittersweet return to the ring. He's had 8 months of confusion and even indeed some depression. Let's take a look back on how he got to be the champion he became. The Macho Man exploded onto the pro boxing scene in 1980, and he hasn't stopped running since. Fast and hard, the way he learned on the mean streets of New York's Spanish Harlem.
Boxing took me out of the street. Boxing made me a better human being. And, you know, boxing is for poor people. You know, it's like people like me, like younger kids, they want to be a boxer. Why? They want to make a couple of dollars, you know?
Camacho made his dollars, won a world championship, and became a media darling. Suddenly, he faced confusion and even depression. It's been a difficult several months.
The problem was because I wasn't comfortable with the management that I had, so I was kind of confused. Everybody constantly calling me in my car, calling me in my house. I mean, people talking here, people talking there. I couldn't fight like that.
On the way to the top, Camacho fought anywhere and everywhere, even Anchorage, Alaska, where the locals made the Puerto Rican one of their own. Of course, Hector did things his way, with flair.
And on the inside, it's a removable terry cloth.
You don't fight men now.
I guess I'm a lucky kid with a big smile. I got fans all over. It was like Ali. People like them, people don't. You know, it's like me. Even in Puerto Rico, people like me, people don't. Why? Because I'm confident, I talk my stuff. Why? If I back it up, I'm winning. I ain't winning. As long as I could keep winning, I could keep talking. I can't be losing and say I'm the macho man.
Despite his success, his life has been anything but perfect. At just 15, he became a father. At 16, he served time for stealing cars. Even his mother's love was tested. But now at 22, Camacho says he's a wiser young man.
You see a more mature Camacho, you see a more seasoned Camacho. I feel that I learned the ropes, you know. Well, you know, it's like I went through my changes, and that made a better character out of me as far as being a fighter, being a person, dealing with success.
Camacho is dealing with success with his usual confidence and, yes, cockiness. He is, after all, still the Macho Man.
Right now, I feel I'm great for the sport. Since I've been out, it hasn't been no exciting fighting, and I feel I'm the one and people's waiting, and I am ready. I'm ready. Whatever happens, whether it's a win, it's just another step to my goal. If it's a lose, it's nothing guaranteed in life. Just keep trying.
Well, there's the Macho Man, and here's our Macho Man at ringside, our commentator, Gil Clancy. And Gil, Louis Burke, looking back 8 months ago, saying, hey, I finally got my chance. Now I had to wait 8 months to get Camacho in the ring. He's been not only confident, but eager for this.
Tim, talking to him in the gym the other day, he's a happy warrior. Told me he can't wait for the fight to get started. Has Angelo Dundee working with him now? He's well-conditioned and he's confident. None of the boxing experts give him a chance to win. But why not? He's had 20 fights, he's only lost one, and that was a controversial decision.
Well, one thing he also knows that most of the crowd here will be for Hector Camacho, but Louis Burke